Don't you be afraid.
What up, people? It's Genesis from ANX Gamecast along with Mike B and Raymond from Vagabond Nerds.
I'm gonna change my name, man. I'm gonna go with Ruben.
Ruben, like
I heard that's
like a sandwich?
Yeah, or a person, whatever.
A person? A big
Yeah,
Ruben?
you can eat me.
Oh, guys.
Oh, we're starting off on a bad foot here. Don't eat Ruben or Raymond. So we got Raymond from Vagabond Nerds. Plug your show. Go.
What's going on, Vagabond Nerds? We are on every other Saturday. We should be on this Saturday at 11. You can catch us on Facebook at Vagabond Nerds. Email vagabondnerds@gmail.com. On YouTube, Vagabond Nerds. With my sexy co-host Jason McLean and Sean Walker.
So, YouTube, are you on AVersion TV?
Man, we're gonna just put that out there, aren't we?
Tell him. Tell him he should be on AVersion TV.
Yeah, man, you should get on that version game, man. It's good.
Man, I'm on there right now, aren't I?
Yeah.
I'm like, or isn't this gonna go on AVersion?
Yeah, I believe it is. Yeah.
All right, there you go.
Well, let me go ahead and plug my stuff then. Follow us at ANX Gamecast on all social media outlets and wherever you get your favorite podcasts. This is a special edition of the ANX Weekly Update where we're going to cover the DC Fandome global experience that happened about a week ago.
Woo!
So speaking of that, AVersion TV, if you're watching this now on YouTube, make sure to hit the subscribe button, like some of the tracks, and hit the notification bell so you can get all of the updates.
Don't forget to pester Vagabond to join, right?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Just tell Vagabond Nerds to join.
What is it called? What is it called? AVersion TV.
Yeah. The more the merrier.
There you go.
All right. So this is just off the cuff again. Every time we do DC stuff, it's just random because DC is so random. See what I did there?
Not random enough to be wearing that shirt, though.
Look at that. Unbiased Hands just jumped into the camera.
Whoa.
Yeah, no, get in there.
Look at her. Hey.
Love it.
This is the strangest episode ever.
I know.
But anyway, again, covering the DC Fandome experience. Let's just go through everything we have, and we'll just save a little bit of time at the end to cover anything that we missed. First thing, Suicide Squad. Kill the Justice League. Right? Is that what it's called? I believe
it is called that.
I believe. Did we already talk about this?
Yeah,
weekly update.
Yeah, we actually watched the trailer.
Yeah, we watched the trailer. We already talked about this, so I want to get Ray's take on this. Or Ruben.
Speaking as Ruben,
as Ruben, like, do y'all have different takes on it?
We do. So Ruben's take on this is, set in the Arkham Asylum universe there, as all those lovely Batman games are. Mm-hmm. It looks pretty good. Raymond's take on it is, damn, this was a funny trailer.
Yes.
I was really...
A funny haha?
Yeah, it was funny hee hee. No, funny haha, sorry. But yeah, actually seeing Boomerang at the very end, so did we find out who it was? And then it's like, my gosh. It's good, man. The graphics are up there. I am a little bit pissed that it's 2 years from now.
Oh, that was the most negative thing that was out of it. Everything else to me was great, but yeah. Let's say you're excited. You're like, oh, I'm loving this. Made me love Captain Boomerang even more. But
can't wait to play this 6 months from now on the new gen system.
Yeah.
No.
2022.
Yeah. Like I said, because a lot of stuff is getting delayed because of COVID. You heard about Halo.
No.
Yeah, that got delayed.
That got delayed because it was shitty, though.
But that was the game. That was the game that was supposed to come out with the Xbox Series X, though. That's how they marketed it, right? And then it's like, no, you don't get that. So just get the box by itself.
But let me ask you a question. Do you think that was honestly because of COVID? Or do you think that was honestly because Xbox and Microsoft saw all that negative press and thought, hey, maybe we should wait?
Yeah, I think that's what happened. That's what I think.
Well, no, I think you usually get that negative fan reaction. You put something out, you throw a tweet out and say, hey, I'm gonna go to Wisconsin on Tuesday. Wait, that's something totally different. Trump. Anyway.
Wow.
So you throw it out there just to see what the reaction is, right? Mm-hmm. And then you fix it. They did that. You just don't have time to fix it or the resources because of COVID. You don't have hundreds of people inside of a studio to fix games, so it takes longer.
Yeah, but at least the studio with Cyberpunk had the balls to come out and say, hey, it's on us. We know, we're trying to make this work, and we want you guys to have a great experience. And if we don't do it now,
they should have done the same thing with The Last of Us Part 2. They should have just.
I haven't even started it. I haven't started it.
I'm sorry, my bad.
Y'all want to talk Ghost of Tsushima? We'll get on there right now.
No, that guy over there, he played all of Ghost of Tsushima.
There's somebody else in the studio. We were supposed to do a 4-man show, but the camera was not cooperating. But y'all know Keenan. He's been on the show before. Shout out on our Soul Calibur episode. Go check it out on Spotify. Anyway.
I like Keenan better than I do Mike. I'm waiting for us to just switch out.
Oh, come on now. You just going to replace me like that?
Yeah.
Watch
the ratings go up. We like that Keenan guy.
Get monetized.
You guys got 1,000 views on that one.
Got monetized in one day with Keenan.
With Keenan and Ruben.
So anyway, the thing I said I didn't like about this is, one, they didn't show any gameplay footage, which tells me we don't know how the game is going to be. I doubt they even started on a whole lot of the mechanics of the game. All it was cutscenes. And I feel like they're jumping the shark a little bit with this cool evil Superman. It's like, what do you do after that, right? What do you do after you have all of your bad guys kill a bad Superman? Like, what do you do after that? I don't know.
I don't think you're trying to kill him though. I think the whole point. I mean,
it's called Kill Justice League.
I agree, but I don't think the big brass ones on them, if they can pull that, and they're actually are killing them. But let's be honest, you see Brainiac in the background, it's going to be them trying to undo some damage,
just like sever the control.
Yeah, just stop that, and then Superman's back to normal.
That was actually the first thing I noticed. Well, like the first thing I noticed when I was looking at the trailer was, I was like, that's Brainiac back there. And then when I was like, when I actually saw the actual title, I said, oh, he took him over. But me personally, I don't think that they're jumping the shark really, because I mean, they have so many more major threats other than the Justice League. They have people like Anti-Monitor.
No. I'm talking about an evil Superman. That grabbed my attention, and I don't care about DC at all, but it grabbed my attention. All this other stuff you're talking about, Brainiac, you can miss me with all that. I think we talked about Brainiac before.
Why did that grab your attention more than anything else?
Because you have one of the most powerful beings in any universe now is evil and is trying to kill people, as opposed to before he wasn't evil and he wasn't trying to kill people. So I like that the image of him being evil but still looking like Superman, it was dope. That piece was dope. When you try to hit him with a boomerang, you convince me with all that.
The funny thing is the original script for the Suicide Squad for the movie, it was them hunting down. So basically they were going to kind of try to tie this in, and it was a loose idea, but you bring him back, he is evil, right? And then the movie, it was going to be them versus Superman.
Oh, really? That was the original concept?
That was like one of the very first concepts.
That would have been much
movie.
better.
It would have been.
Yeah.
It would have been. And then the second one was against the Joker.
Okay.
And then the third one, it was kind of, what we saw on the actual movie.
What we actually got.
But it had a lot more Joker still.
So they really just kind of mixed two concepts, but they just skipped the whole Superman thing for the movie.
Yeah, because by that point, after Batman versus Superman, DC brass and Warner Brothers brass had already come in and said, "Nah, we're not going to do it this way. Too many. We think it's not going to fly over with fans." Here we are, 4 years later or whatever, and Zack Snyder's finally putting out a good movie. But we'll get to that.
A teaser. It's a show. It's a show all about teasers, and then he put the teaser. Let's get on to the next game.
That's Inception right there, baby.
That's Inception. Okay, so
hey, where's my girl at on the?
What do we?
Where's she at? Huh?
No, that's not.
No, that's Jay-Z.
Wait.
Raymond.
There you go. Hey, baby.
Is that what we're talking about?
Already.
That's all right.
And then we got
Genesis.
Yep, and then we got
Mike B. Trippin.
Okay, you have to hit the whole tripping part, huh? Is there just a normal, just Mike B part?
Not from where I'm seeing.
Oh gosh.
Mike B.
Hey, there you go.
Okay, so a new game that I was not expecting, Gotham Knights. So my first impression of this was like another version of Batman. Is this what we're doing? Even though he dies, spoiler alert, but that's the whole point of this game.
Yeah.
But it's like another Batman. Like, how many Batmen do we have right now?
You mean Bat family members or just
No. Like actual Batman, Bruce Wayne. How many Bruce Waynes are running around in current, like right now?
Comics, movies, or otherwise?
With movies and games. I mean, geez.
Well, in games,
in the last 10 years, it's just like, this is ridiculous. I thought it was bad with Spider-Man, but it's like it's at least 6-7 Bruce Waynes right now.
Well,
right?
I mean,
is that accurate?
No.
Is that's not accurate?
In the video games, it's only one. This will be the second one.
So that's 2. You got
Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League takes place in the other version of it, which is the.
But you got Affleck.
Your movies, you've got 2.
You got the new guy.
You only got 2. You got Keaton. 3. Sorry, 3. You're right. So
and then you got that's 5 right there. I'm sure we can find 2 more.
Are you talking about current right now, or are you talking about like?
I'm talking about recent history. So maybe the last 10 years.
Well, like you said, you have
7,
Robert Pattinson, and then you have
7, 8, 9,
Ben Affleck,
12.
who is supposed to be coming back. Supposed
he is, man. It's signed, dude.
52.
I can't wait.
Man, my goodness.
So what y'all think about this game though?
Gameplay looked good. Gameplay reminds me very much of of the Arkham series.
Beat 'em up.
Oh, yeah.
I hope it's more than that. Doggone, it's got a lot to live up to, right? I mean, you have since had Spider-Man come out, and you've got upcoming Miles Morales. So as far as superhero games go, we'll definitely see this one before we see Kill the Justice League.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
It looks good, man. It looks to me it looks like another Arkham series.
So I missed the gameplay trailer. I saw the reveal trailer. So is it like 4-player co-op? Because that's what
it will be. Yes.
That's what I got from it. Like this would be a cool kind of I had the thought of like Marvel Ultimate Alliance in my head. Is that kind of the feel of it?
No,
no,
not at all.
Nah.
The one thing I don't like about this though is that when you do have the co-op, you'll still be able to choose the same character.
Oh, really? Now?
I don't like that. If you're gonna have a 4-person co-op,
everybody has to play their role.
Play your role, But I'm not a fan of that.
You got to be the girl, even though the girl looked the dopest.
It's gonna be kind of weird if you're sitting there like you have like 2 Batgirls or you have like 2 Nightwings or Jasons, and it's like just kind of throws you out of the game. Then So, but I mean, the one thing I do like is that they did give us like 18 minutes worth of like gameplay or so.
Yeah, they're ready. They are ready.
Yeah, so the action looked cool. It will put me in. The thing I personally didn't like about it is I don't necessarily want to run around Gotham and not play Batman.
So here's the thing.
Like, that was just my first impression. Like, no Batman?
Yeah, but I think it's kind of not. I mean, it's not a Batman. It's a Bat Family game.
Yeah.
It's not a Batman game. So
I should have called it that then. That would have been cool.
Well, it's Gotham Knights. It's not Batman.
Yeah, Bat Family.
Yeah.
I'm like,
it's not Batman Gotham Knights like you said. Or
who are
Gotham
you guys?
City.
We're Bat Family.
Yeah, it just doesn't have the same ring.
No.
But I will tell you the 2 most impressive gameplays that I saw on it was Batgirl and Red Hood.
Oh, yeah.
The twin guns going on that, man. I mean, I think those are going to be probably the first 2 I play with. Depending on how the setup is, of course.
Yeah. I mean, Batgirl looked dope.
So I have a question. Do you think that Batgirl, it will be, since Batman isn't in the game, like, do you think that she'll be more closer to her or Tim? Who do you think will be actually more closer to Batman, where people can have like, okay, it's still the same kind of feel?
Nightwing.
You think Nightwing
It'll be Nightwing.
will probably be? Okay.
Yeah, Nightwing will have the closest feel to Batman.
Okay.
I think in terms of gameplay.
Okay.
So
that's why I was kind of wondering, because I was like, okay, because I mean, I know he doesn't have like the gliding feature or anything on him. That's why I was kind of wondering. Like, that's the first thing that came to my mind, because I did see a lot of people say, oh, I don't get to play Batman. They want to play Batman because that's what pulled people in, mainly. But I was wondering would they kind of cater by,
and we don't know that for sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's be honest. That's a DLC waiting to happen.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, we talking about Last of Us. So the Last of Us on PlayStation 3, they came out with the DLC where you played a younger Ellie, younger than what she actually was. So you actually went back. So they could show you how Batman died. You could be playing him, and then you end up dying.
Or did he die?
Exactly.
Right.
It is a comic book game.
And you do have the Court of Owls in this.
Oh, now that had me so excited when at the very end they showed them. Oh my gosh, I was.
And they did it just as creepy as the first time I was reading that in the book.
Maybe I would like this DC stuff better if I knew how to read. Maybe that could
be a problem, man.
Yeah,
that could be a problem.
So, do you think that Nightwing will actually have a close connection to the Court of Owls on here?
I think it's going to be more of a connection through Bruce and them finding out secrets about the Wayne family, if it's anything like the Court of Owls series. So I don't know if Dick will tie directly into that, because every time we talk about Detective Comics, we got to talk about Dick.
Like Short said, let Bruce hit it. You said Detective Comics first on this podcast before I did.
I know. That was in your honor, man.
Okay. Y'all ready to move on to the next thing?
Go.
Let's go.
I don't know what this is. I didn't finish editing the image. I know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is, though. So I've never heard of this show.
It is the most underrated DC TV series that's on right now.
Regular TV?
No. That's the problem. HBO Max now.
So it did go ahead and switch over.
Yes, it's now HBO Max.
So I mean, if they actually switch it up, and the way I've been putting this lately is if they put the Mandalorian effort into it, I will watch it.
And they have.
I'm talking Marvel, DC, whatever.
Yeah.
If they put that level of effort into it, I will check it out. I'm not watching anything on regular TV.
If you haven't seen season 1, watch season 1. Knowing you and how you are, though,
Detective Comics,
it's gonna take about 3 episodes for you. But I'll tell you right now, like once they hit their stride, they hit their stride.
It
was very phenomenal, especially in the second season. Oh my god!
Like on the third episode, because here's my deal. Like when I watch new shows, anime or whatever, usually for anime, I watch a lot more anime, and then sports on the side. I give it 3 episodes, period. So if it doesn't have me by that third episode, I won't watch anymore.
If it doesn't have you by episode 3, it's just not for you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So is the 4th episode the dopeness?
No, it's just when everything starts to really flow.
Okay, because I'm since I know y'all, and I'm trying to get y'all to AVersion, Vagabond Nerds. I will. If you're telling me the dopeness don't happen to the 4th episode, it's like, okay, I'll go ahead and watch the 4th episode.
No, man, just take a hit. You'll be fine.
Right.
First one's free, man.
Yeah.
Come on,
First
man.
3's free.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
So yeah.
Season 3, man. They no surprise there with spoiler alert. Right. Drop it.
Here's the thing about it. I actually didn't see this one right here. Like I caught everything else, but I didn't catch this trailer here. I didn't even know that they were going to have a season 3.
Not a trailer. They just talked about season 3, and they talked about how Jason Todd makes that transformation to Red Hood.
Really?
So that's what season 3 is going to be about, and they're dealing with the Scarecrow.
Oh, you're kidding me, for real?
So that's what season 3 is shaping up to be.
So we just dropped the episode today on AVersion TV. I don't think you watched it. So what unfortunately, what I replaced the spoiler alert with was, tell me why. You gotta check out the episode to see why. You gotta check out. You gotta. I believe it's the ANX Weekly update, episode 22.
Oh, all right, man.
I believe that's what
that'll
it is.
be when I'm plugging away at work tomorrow. That's
So, how about this? The rest of the show, anytime it needs to be a spoiler alert. Tell me why. That's what we'll do. How about that?
That'll work. I'm down with it.
I'm worried about
it. Same, man. So anyway, y'all done talking about this?
Yeah. Look, watch it. I
would suggest it.
It's better than, I'm gonna say this, and I love the Flash on the CW, but this is better than anything that the CW has right now.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I agree.
Hands down.
Okay.
I mean, in all honesty, when the season 2 had ended, it left me in a point where I was like, oh my gosh, like it ended this way where I wanted more. Yeah. It really pulls you in.
Okay.
I would really suggest it, man.
I mean, okay, because I loaded up Batman Year One again last night on HBO Max.
But you hate DC, so I don't know, man.
I'm just saying, and I immediately turned it back off.
I wasn't a fan of the animated Batman Year One. It wasn't bad. The one that I hate the most is the aberration that is the Killing Joke.
Oh yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Oh,
I don't know what they did with
piece
that.
Of crap, dude. And I love that story. Hands down, one of the most talked about stories. Arguably one of the best Joker stories you're ever going to see or read. And they just butchered it, man.
Yeah, they did a bunch of weird different things that were kind of out of place in there, and I feel like when it came out at the time, people were actually talking about the movie like they weren't, they didn't want to say it was good or anything, but they were like, "We're happy you made it, but." What did you do with it?
You added stuff in there that just didn't need to be in there.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about too.
Yeah, I could talk another 30 minutes on what they did wrong with that.
You mean stuff like just adding in stuff that doesn't need to be there?
Yeah, like Bruce banging Batgirl.
Yeah,
like there's no reason for that scene to
We were
exist.
sitting there like okay, so when I was watching with my buddy Keem over there, we're sitting here watching it. We're like,
sounds like y'all need to do a Killing Joke review.
Well, I mean.
Sounds like I don't know why you guys were watching that scene together.
I do have that button.
Would I say would it be weird if it was multiple of us?
That's just gonna be weird.
What?
How about we do stop? How about we do this? All right,
Shazam,
there we go.
Hey.
Shazam and Fury of the Gods. So,
great. Wish I would have seen a trailer for this shit.
Oh gosh, for real.
or anything.
Yeah, I'm good. What's the next one?
Oh,
Exactly.
we got to talk about it a little more. You got the Shazam hat on.
Look, Shazam is a movie.
Yeah, exactly.
I liked it, and I know
I love
Genesis
Shazam.
wasn't going to have anything to do with it. But
Yeah, nah.
I think Shazam was great.
It's probably one of the better ones.
So bad.
But what was the point of What was the point of this one? And I'm pretty sure I'm teasing another one of Black Adam.
Yeah.
What was them like? To me, those were like, hey, we got to kill some time.
Mm-hmm.
Which
I think you just had to try to outdo when Marvel came out and was announcing Phase 4 and all that kind of good stuff. That same impact that it had, you had to try to equal that or outdo it. I'm not sure that they did as far as content. I think they did as far as relevant content today in this COVID era. You don't have a whole lot of new releases. Like everybody lost their mind about Valhalla, Assassin's Creed, but there was nothing else to lose your mind about. It's like that's the biggest thing that they announced, and it was just been crickets ever since. So big impact because there's nothing else going on, but I'm not sure if it had that same punch, like especially when they came out and talked about a new Blade and stuff that people weren't expecting. So I think that's what they were trying to go for.
They absolutely, I don't think in a normal setting with San Diego Comic-Con, D23 with Disney/Marvel, I don't think it would have made that big of a splash. D3, whatever.
E3 would have been.
E3 for sure.
Yeah, and the Sony Expo, yeah.
Like, I think it would be different. But for what they did, they literally gave the best virtual home con experience so far that we've seen.
Yeah.
And everything that they did, they normally you don't start with Wonder Woman, show a great trailer, which again we'll get to as well.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get to it, all right.
But God, I can already tell you hate it. But you don't start with that. Like that's usually you want to end with that.
Or at least towards the end, it may be a big surprise at the end.
But they're just like, no, we got you covered.
Which that threw me off too, because I'm sitting here watching it from the beginning, and I'm like, oh, we just start off this way. Like, okay, I guess so. You better have some better stuff.
There was absolutely zero foreplay with what they did. They just went straight to whipping it out and going, here it is, guys.
But in this the DC way? Just doing stuff, just doing a bunch of random stuff that makes no sense.
I got to be honest. This is
DC way.
This is completely out of characteristic for DC on how they announce
absolutely.
No, I think it is just a bunch of random that doesn't make any sense, and you could have done it a lot better. I think that's what we say about a lot of DC things.
Hey,
you could have done it a lot better.
Here's the thing. Unfortunately, we can't just do another Marvel rehash of an origin story. And then get to some plot hole devices. Where we just throw it to the side.
You could, but you just keep throwing stuff at the wall and hope it sticks.
But you know what? Now it does.
It doesn't.
No, sure it does. That's the thing we got with the Flash. Now
ain't nobody worried about no Flash.
Now everything's involved.
Oh gosh,
Shazam. So I'm assuming we got no trailer, but I'm assuming that somewhere in Shazam we'll see Black Adam. Not as the main villain.
No, he's not supposed to be in this.
No.
But I'm not a teaser at the end.
No, I think what we'll see is Shazam come up and pop up in Black Adam. I don't think we'll see. And technically, they already showed him in the first Shazam.
Yeah.
They talk about him.
Yeah.
Does he make a cameo? Maybe, but I think it's more of a cameo to link it to his movie than anything else.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So you could.
Because, I mean, didn't Dwayne The Rock Johnson, didn't he say he wanted to be Shazam, then he wanted to be Black Adam? And then this is going to come out then, right? I believe
it will. Well, that's the thing, though. Shazam will probably end up coming out before Black Adam because Black Adam, we still don't know.
Wow,
I mean, we just don't know when Black Adam's coming out. They aiming for 2022, maybe.
They better figure it out.
They've been teasing, The Rock as Black Adam for so long, though. Like we've
since
had
before Shazam.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So I mean, it's a little bit of a disappointment that they didn't show us like a trailer or show something.
You know what, Dwayne? Can you give me a call so we can talk about that? Like, I just need to hash it out with you and just find out why. What's the big tease?
Rudy Poo.
So give Ruben a call. Thanks.
Call Ruben. The Suicide Squad.
I love the enthusiasm of the cast. I love the enthusiasm of the director. rumor has it it's villain Starro.
Oh, really?
That's the rumor.
Okay.
Don't know. It is an interesting choice if it is. One thing that was mentioned on this, as Gunn was saying, is do not get attached to any single actor or cast member or character.
You know,
well, but how can you? When half of them are brand new anyway.
No,
because you're doing a reboot. So whatever.
Well, that's a soft reboot. They're still keeping a lot of the core cast.
Yeah, I'm just saying. No,
you know, that's one thing I want to mention actually.
I wouldn't mind seeing Will Smith dying, but okay, you don't give me that. Okay,
now, he was an important character.
You don't give me that.
But you know what? I hope that's something that that people can get across in this movie here, because I think when people first saw the Suicide Squad, a lot of people didn't understand the concept of it. Now, for us who read the comic, it makes total sense to us. It's like you basically take a ragtag road crew.
They explained the whole concept. Yeah, they spent the whole first 20 minutes explaining the concept.
So here's the thing. I loved the movie, but I get Genesis' point. I do get the fact that this movie was freaking everywhere. But I have the ability to appreciate a popcorn flick, shutting off whatever I need to shut off.
Exactly, I know what you mean.
And just enjoying it for what it is. And so that's the difference.
Unfortunately, I wish I had that. Like, I would enjoy a lot more things, like the company of Mike B, if I could do that.
Hey!
One day I'll enjoy yours too.
Hey,
say man,
but I can't. I just can't. I think
we're still talking about Mike, or
no, we're talking about the popcorn flicks. I think it's just
Are you saying I'm looking like popcorn?
A popcorn flick, not just regular popcorn.
Oh, okay.
He means you easy. Easy and like butter.
I think it's my years of working at Blockbuster, as far as like people actually coming in, spending their money, and if you tell them to watch this movie and you don't forewarn them that it's not great, and they spent their money on this, they're gonna come back angry at you.
Yeah,
and it's a public establishment, so they can just bust in at any time and start busting caps.
But no, what I was gonna say is like on the thing what you were getting at with the but this is what you said beforehand with when James Gunn said don't get attached to everybody. Now, I'm glad that he did say that, because you know some people, they do go into movies ready to be attached to characters, not knowing that it's like, okay, this whole thing is, you know, anybody can die at any time. But I kind of feel he may go a very comical route with it, so people can enjoy like, okay, like, oh, we just lost somebody, but it may be in a comical way though.
Yeah, some really stupid way, you know.
Yeah, I mean, look at the villains. They put like I think there were like 3 of them that I did not know who they were at all. I'm like, who are these characters right here?
The fact that they pulled in Polka Dot Man,
yes,
I love that. It's such a random ass character that has no business being in any movie whatsoever.
A Batman villain, right?
Flash villain, I think.
Really?
I think. Keenan.
Batman okay, so he's Batman.
Wait, you're Batman or it's Batman?
He is Batman.
Okay.
That's why he's staying quiet and in the shadow.
So let's talk about this elephant in the room. Margot.
I mean, Robbie. I am not that fat.
Me either. Margot Robbie. Is that the hill that WB wants to die on? Because I mean, they're putting a lot of stock and effort into her. I did like her as Harley Quinn at first. Then they started changing her. I didn't like the Harley Quinn movie at all. And now there might be another change with her personality. Is that the hill you want to die on? Because to me, that's more of the face of DC right now, is her.
No.
Yeah, it is.
Not even close.
For movies?
No.
Come on, man. Who's the face of DC?
Gal
Yeah, she is like
Gal Gadot.
No, Gal is. That's why they showed it first.
But she's only been on one movie.
Doesn't matter.
2 movies.
But
3 movies.
But she wasn't the main character in those movies.
Doesn't matter.
She was the main character in one movie.
Her movie is the one that sold it all. She's the face of it. Right?
They're the ones that say, "Yeah, we got it."
No. Just because she may have made the most money, I don't think she's the most popular.
She didn't make the most money.
She is.
I don't think so, man. I think y'all are out your mind.
Yeah, well, Aquaman made the most money, if I'm correct, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm talking she. I'm talking about. So is Aquaman the face then? No, he's not the face.
No,
either.
he's not the face. But that's what I'm saying.
I'm telling you, Margot Robbie is the face.
Here's the thing about people.
She is the one that people will most recognize and know her name and know who she is.
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
dude.
No,
bro.
Not from a DC standpoint.
No. I'm from
here's the
this
thing about
current DC universe. Yes,
dude. Now here's the thing about it. So like first, Margot Robbie, when she did Suicide Squad, she got a lot of good praise for that. But the thing is, though,
she got more praise than Gal Gadot.
But here's the thing
did.
about it: when Gal did every movie that Gal did,
no, she did.
where
Yes,
she was like from Batman versus Superman,
from a movie standpoint, they said the movie was better. But as far as the individual performance, people liked liked her as Harley Quinn.
No, here's the thing about it though. She got praised in every movie that she was in though. But for Margot Robbie, she got praised in Suicide Squad, but then for the second movie, she didn't get a lot of praise for that.
But
like you were saying,
look how
too,
they put her up on that pedestal.
They
gave her they went from being just a person in a movie, and you took over that movie, and then they gave you your own movie,
like Gal Gadot did in Batman versus Superman.
Yeah. I mean, they were playing her. When they played her theme when she came in, people lost their mind just by her presence alone.
But it's not her though. They might have lost their mind because of Wonder Woman.
No, it's her.
They didn't lose
it's her.
No,
I cannot.
Do you know how many? Oh,
tell me who else would be a good Wonder Woman right now?
It's not. That's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about Wonder Woman. I'm talking about who was the face of DC.
I can tell you right now.
I'm not asking you who's the most popular female superhero.
If we're gonna go with who's the face of DC right at this moment, it is Zack Snyder.
Now get out of here. Here's
he's
the deal.
the one that has brought the most attention.
Here's the deal. Almost every article I saw either showed Harley Quinn from the Suicide Squad game or Harley Quinn from the Suicide. They didn't show any of her.
Man, you got to go to more than one site.
No.
But like, have you ever looked at all the other like cartoons and other shows that DC's doing? They've been pushing Wonder Woman way hard.
I'm not talking about Wonder Woman.
No. But
I think we're having two different conversations.
No. But here's the thing. This is the thing that I'm trying to say.
Who the face of it is?
Yeah,
I'm trying to not who's the most popular character.
I'm trying to explain. Like I said, if you go to like the shows, even Teen Titans and stuff, they're pushing like Wonder Woman in certain things with the style of Gal Gadot. And the thing is,
it doesn't matter.
But what I'm also getting at is the fact that okay, now I lost my point now.
All right, let me try it this way. What is your argument that Margot Robbie is the face of DC?
What? Okay.
To die on that hill.
Just generally speaking, who have you heard about more in the past 2 or 3 years?
Gal Gadot.
No, bro.
Dude.
No.
I just had somebody come over. Somebody come over the other day.
I do not
losing
have
their mind over Gal.
not have people come to me and go, "Man, did you see? Did you see Birds of Prey?" But I'll have people even to this day be like, "Did y'all ever do a review on Wonder Woman?"
Yeah.
Hey, what did you think about Gal Gadot? Like that is what I get.
No, but the first thing
pushing it so hard.
But the first thing out of your mouth was, "Did y'all ever do a review on Wonder Woman?" Not, "Hey, isn't that Gal Gadot so dope?"
Because of Gal Gadot.
I mean, technically, you can say the same thing for Harley Quinn, though. It's like, oh, did you see
I think
Harley?
Wonder Woman is a way bigger entity than Harley Quinn has ever been.
Yeah, but we're talking to your point. So we're talking about the actresses.
But let's put it this way: so the fact that we're even having a conversation, regardless if y'all agree with me or not, shows a lot. When you had when Margie, when she was playing a lesser known character and brought it up to where people were talking about her. Wonder Woman, man.
Let me put it to you this way: you could go and replace Harley Quinn tomorrow.
You can
and not have
too
much.
You can go replace Will Smith. You can't replace Harley Quinn. You can't replace Black Panther. You can't replace Wolverine. You cannot replace Harley Quinn.
But you can
right now in this era.
Quinn.
No, you can't.
You absolutely
can. No, you can't. Not in this. Not in this.
She's
not
not
in this
even
climate.
doing the animated voice right now. You've got
nobody cares about the animated series.
Doing her voice.
No, it's what's her name from Big Bang Theory? The blonde Penny.
I
just lost her name.
Okay,
but everyone's praising her.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares about the animated series, man. We've had this conversation. Nobody cares about that.
I think you could replace Margot Robbie,
but way quicker before you can.
No, absolutely. 100%.
People would. Well, here's the thing about it. Like I said, you have so many people online who are kind of giving somewhat negative, props for Margot Robbie because of the last movie,
Right.
And the thing is,
the fact that they even gave her the movie and thought that it could go because so many people were talking about her. The movie was trash. They should have never made it.
But that movie was already in pre-production before Suicide Squad was even out. So that's not really a fair call either. I mean, they felt that way with her as well. But
right.
We're talking
the hill the WB is going to die on. That's what I started with by saying.
But that's my point.
That's what I'm saying.
They are not going to die on that
Nobody's trying to die on no Margot Robbie, though. They're going to Gal.
But like he just said, they already started production of Birds of Prey before the movie came out, where she did get a lot of praise for.
Suicide Squad came out first, though.
Right. He's saying they started production of Birds of Prey before Suicide Squad came out, which means they had already made the decision that, yo, this is the one. She's going to be a star.
They made that decision based off of her having a contract for the next 4 movies anyway. Because anyone that goes into a
WB is going to die on.
Because any actor that you bring into a comic book movie right now is coming on there with a multi-film deal.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
No matter if they're good or bad. I'll give you the example. I know you're not going to fight for Ben Affleck, but Affleck had a multi-film deal and then coming back for another one.
Yeah, but you're Batman.
So what?
You're not Harley Quinn.
Tell that to George Clooney.
You're Batman.
So tell it to George Clooney. DC's not going to die on that hill.
Again, the hill that they're trying to die on.
No, they're not trying to die on that hill.
Because Birds of Prey, you could have just left that wherever it was. Because that movie was trash and it was garbage.
I will tell you the hill that they will end up trying to die on will be Cavill as Superman.
Oh, absolutely.
It'll be that one.
Yes.
And that's one that they shouldn't do. I just don't. Not that I'm against Cavill. I think he's one of my favorite, if not the favorite Superman I have. But that's the hill
I'd rather have him than her as Harley Quinn, though.
I think I would agree with you too that like if they were to die on a hill, like you said, they would probably go Henry Cavill because I mean, look at all the great roles that he's done. Plus, after he left, people were requesting him to come back. They really want him. So when they bring him back, I'd rather have him
than Harley Quinn.
But they're not going to die on the Harley Quinn hill.
No,
I'm just saying they're trying real hard to.
Well, here's my thing about it too. You got to look at it like this. I believe that Warner Brothers also had changed like presidents or so like that. I think like
twice. And if we go back to the beginning of When Man is Still, I think it's 3 times.
Yeah, so it's like, back then, whoever was doing that, they were probably going to try to die on that hill or whatever. But, I mean, right now, I mean...
I'm just...
But I'll tell you...
I'm just saying stuff. And
so going back to Suicide Squad, though, I don't see that as Robbie's Suicide Squad.
No,
I now see this as James Gunn.
James Gunn's, yeah.
That's his. That is his.
Everybody's talking about it because of him.
That's why I'm going to go and plop down.
That's not why I'm talking about it.
I was going to say that's why I'll go to the theater, but I don't know if that'll be around.
That's not why I'm talking about it. I don't care who's making it. I'm talking about it because it's ridiculous that they're rebooting a movie that came out 2 or 3 years ago.
But they're not rebooting.
Yes, they are.
Man, you can't say that. You can't say that when they rebooted Spider-Man like I don't know how many times. Like
Spider-Man is a known entity. This is not a known entity. This is not a known entity.
Is a reboot. Yeah, I'm just saying.
How are
you trying to call it a reboot when you have all the same characters?
You just said it was a reboot. We got it on wax.
They said it was a softcore kind of like reboot.
Softcore. So maybe I'll go see that one. I don't know, man.
Hentai, man.
Wow. That's a whole different movie. I bet you that's a much smaller theater that you got to see that in, man.
So you start off by saying it was a soft reboot. He's saying they're saying it's a soft reboot. I'm saying it's a reboot.
But it's not. There is a difference between a reboot and a soft reboot.
It's a reboot.
They're not basically what they're going to do. This
reboot
they're not
is in the name of soft reboot.
They're not. They're going to say that the story before happened, but they're not just going to acknowledge it.
Well, y'all DC, they've already acknowledged it.
I mean, technically, didn't they do the same thing kind of with the Star Wars?
No, that was a shot-for-shot remake on Force Awakens.
Y'all DC people, we gotta move on. We gotta move on.
You might have to do a part 2 of this one as well.
So I thought this was coming up soon. What the hell was this?
That was nothing. That was Dwayne Johnson saying he's still gonna be playing Black Adam.
It just had its talk on your phone, but make sure everything's real quiet and talk on your phone, and we'll just make a cartoon out of you.
It looked like a Mortal Kombat ending.
Wow, that was a good call.
Finish him.
It was a sales pitch from Dwayne Johnson just to remind everyone that he was still playing Black Adam.
I'm still in this.
And a sales pitch to the DC brass to say, hey, can we go ahead and can I fight Henry Cavill?
Yeah.
That was it. That was the sales pitch.
I don't know how I feel about him being a Black Adam. I feel like it's another jump in the shark moment. I feel like it's a reach.
I love what they did with choosing at the time non-known actors for the most part, with the exception of Batman. I'm gonna see The Rock when I watch this movie because that's what I see him in everything. I always see The Rock. I always see Will Smith.
Right.
So let's just see. If it comes out. Who knows?
Yeah. I mean, I'm excited to see him because he would have like the physique, in order to add like a threatening presence or so. Because Black Adam is not a joke. He's a very intense, very strong character. Oh,
he's a joke. What I will say is it's been a long time, probably 20 years since I've seen heel rock. So I'll take that if he kind of plays it as the heel rock, right? Because he can only play funny rock or heel rock. He doesn't have any more range than that. So
I'll give that to you. If he comes straight up out and he shouldn't have any comical lines that should be played as a what the hell?
Or
as hardcore as he can right now.
Yeah, because Black Adam is a no game type villain.
Or if he does say funny stuff, it's going to be in that, but in a heel way, in a negative way.
So, are you think they're gonna go the anti-hero type route with him? Like,
oh yeah,
that's what I got from the cartoon they showed me.
I didn't even bother. Like I was like, nope, I'm out. You don't have anything new to show me. Thanks.
Yeah, it was so bad. And I know you were so excited about it, and then it was bad. I'm sorry. I mean, I didn't make it though, but I apologize on behalf of Detective Comics.
Okay.
Man.
The Batman.
I wish you would have saved this one for the last.
No, I saved your girl for the last.
I know.
The face of DC.
Right. Oh yeah.
I was not prepared for this trailer.
Really? Like in a bad way or a good way?
In a good way.
Okay.
I wasn't prepared for it. I didn't expect it to. I didn't expect it to look like Seven, and I know that's been repeated a lot of times since this came out, but it did.
What's in the box?
Yep. What's in the box? And now
I was asking.
And now we know it's it's Pattinson, right? Yeah. That's what's in the box.
He's so pale. It's like he's living in a box.
Does it not feel like a rated R movie?
Yeah. It feels rated R. It feels serious. It feels like something I would like. So I enjoyed the trailer. The one thing I didn't like about the trailer is I felt like, generally speaking, we already had a movie that felt like this with The Dark Knight. It's closer to The Dark Knight as far as a feeling than any of these other DC movies. You already had this. So it's kind of like, okay. But did I enjoy it? Yes. Was it good? If you can make anything like The Dark Knight, is that a good thing? Yes. But my thing is just like, I already had this. So it's like, why couldn't you find a way to continue this on some kind of way without just, taking 10 years off and being like, okay, now we'll go back to a more serious, dark type of beat 'em up with a lot has some good martial arts in it. I know you like that.
I would love.
I know you like that.
Absolutely, I do.
Would love to see this be the continuation of the Joker story.
Oh,
I would love for this to be the Bruce Wayne from the Joker.
It wasn't that dark though.
I believe that people would love to see that.
Well, let me put it that way.
It was pretty dark.
It was dark, but it wasn't creepy.
It had a very grim type.
But it was serious. I could
absolutely see this Joker spinning off this type of Batman.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean it's the closest thing, but
I don't think they will.
No,
but it
because it's DC.
If they were to do it, they should do it off of this one. From what we've seen so far.
Or do me a favor, don't show me another Joker.
Oh man.
Also, you can have a million Jokers. You can't have a million Jokers, but you can have a million Batman.
We've had two absolutely brilliant performances, and whatever the hell Jared Leto did.
Bling bling.
Not that his take wasn't different and unique as well, but it just wasn't my type of Joker.
Mm-hmm. I didn't mind it.
Yeah,
I just wish we got to see more of him now.
I wish we just saw less of him and just not had that because
whatever. God,
Detective
I'm gonna flip that switch. I'm gonna find that switch for the off to enjoy. I'm gonna find it.
There was nothing to enjoy.
It's like Deadpool. I'm gonna go looking.
Yeah. Chimichangas. There was nothing to enjoy there though. I mean, even if you turn off the switch, there's nothing to enjoy. Like, he has a grill in. Okay. All right. But anyway, the Batman.
This was absolutely the highlight for me. It was the highlight.
Yeah, it was the best thing I saw from them.
I know we probably got Snyder's coming up next, but this for being fresh and new, it caught me off guard.
Absolutely.
Especially with the mat.
And they had to do it because it was too many people on the fence about if he was going to play a good Batman or not.
And there were two things that caught me off guard right off the bat. Number one, that I love that they did. They opened this up with duct tape and some poor guy
having his entire face duct tape. So you know he died.
Mm-hmm.
But number 2, for the first time that we've seen it in previous movies, but it was always done a little bit different. Mm-hmm. This time you have the entire place full of cops, and he's just walking in like he owns the damn place. You know, and you get that in the first 30 seconds. And then, of course, the other one, just him going to Pound Town.
Yep.
I said that right.
Is this more hentai?
So that softcore.
So he didn't do softcore, man. He was
some hardcore
he did some
action.
hardcore stuff right there, man.
So let's talk about this real quick though. I didn't mind him as Batman in the suit. I'm not sure if I'm liking him as a Bruce Wayne though. I didn't get the Bruce Wayne feels from him.
He's year 2 Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, you know,
year 2 Batman.
Yeah, but
this is young Batman. So,
yeah,
which Robert Pattinson, you know, he's a very good actor who's done multiple roles other than just the Twilight series. So, you know, you should give him at least a chance to see what he can do. You know,
but Mike always trying to give somebody a chance.
Well, I mean, it's hard to
this
judge.
Is money. This people real hard.
It's hard to judge if you haven't like truly
you
seen.
See the S on his chest stands for hope.
Hey, man, you realize like 30 million people done lost their jobs in the past month, and you talking about give them a chance?
Hey, man,
it better be good if I'm gonna spend my money. That's all I'm saying.
Well, but anything that I'm spending my money on should be good.
No, because you got the Switch. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You got the Switch.
That's true.
You got the Switch, so you're gonna enjoy it anyway.
There are some exceptions.
Yeah. Okay.
And I watched one of them over the weekend.
What's that? You got to tell us.
No, we'll get to it.
Anyway, all right. Y'all done with that? Y'all done with the Batman?
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah.
I'm done.
What about your hat?
Dude, I love it, man. We'll get to this one in a minute.
Oh, maybe I ended with Snyder.
Oh, did you?
Ooh, maybe.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, because I know you've been talking about it for like 15 years.
At least, man.
Wonder Woman 84.
You know, you start since you seem to be hating on our girl over here.
Yeah, I want to see what you think.
I didn't hate on the girl. I'm just saying she's not she as the actress is not the face of DC. Is what I'm saying.
Absolutely, she is.
This
face and everything else.
This woman is carrying DC.
No.
I don't know if I'd go that far.
No, she's not. Okay, so here.
Well, maybe. I mean, there's some argument to be made for it.
Yeah, I would say probably cinematically, probably.
Here's the deal. Okay. First off, what's the chick's name? Cheetah.
Kristen Wiig.
Why? That's all I got to say. Why?
Why not?
Why not? Yeah.
Why not?
No, why? I asked you first. So
I think she's a good actress.
Yeah.
Okay. So she's a super villain now. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's believable. Okay, sure, whatever. This trailer was drastically different from the original reveal trailer that they put out, which made it more 80s and more comedy based. Blah blah blah. Here's my problem. Out of all of the recent DC movies, I enjoyed Wonder Woman the most. This movie seems drastically different than the original Wonder Woman movie. Why? If you have something that people like and it's halfway decent to people who don't like DC, like myself, why would you go out and change it this much?
Made by the same person still, though.
It doesn't matter who made it. It's drastically different.
Same director, same writer.
Yeah. It doesn't. The movie clearly is drastically different.
How's it? Well, I mean, outside of the time frame.
Like every other scene is a comedy moment.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Towards the end, it was.
Yeah,
I mean, towards the end, it was.
You got the two trailers that has come out so far. The big one,
here's
the Cheetah reveal, and then the original. Every other thing is the comedy.
This is what I took. This is my take that I took from it. When I actually saw this trailer, I saw a contrast of I feel like this movie is going to be similar to the other one. It's just going to be the shoes on the other foot, though.
I don't think it's going to be similar at all. So tell me this.
Tell me why.
Out of all of the Wonder Woman trailers you've seen, true or false, it seems like there's way more comedy in this movie than there was in the first movie. Because I don't remember it being heavy on comedy in the first movie.
No,
it was not heavy on comedy.
Quite a bit.
No, it wasn't.
Well,
it wasn't heavy on comedy.
Similar to what they had on this. Yeah, I mean,
no,
it was deadpan humor.
And
in the first one, it was deadpan.
And what's it in this one?
I think it's still deadpan. If you're looking at it from Steve Trevor's point of view, it's still deadpan.
I'm looking at it from my point of view.
Yeah, but your point of view gets rough, man.
I mean, hey, I just keep it real. I just keep it honest. I mean, that's a trash can. Oh, I don't know what that is. I don't know what this is. Oh, they won't be able to see me. Oh, we got radar now. Oh, blah blah blah. Come on, man.
I mean, that's just the fish out of water type thing that Diana went through on the first one. I mean, that's how come I said it's
reverse on the other foot.
Yeah, it's just on the other foot now. But, I mean, now if they were doing something where Diana was like going into some kind of cyberpunk utopia type deal, then I'd be like, okay, what are you guys doing? And she's like, guns are blazing. Then I'd be like, why are you changing it up?
I kind of want to see that movie now.
I know, right?
If that's not number 3.
Boy, y'all some DC apologists if I ever seen it.
WW Cyberpunk.
Yes.
Well, y'all some DC apologists if this movie appears to be drastically different from the first one.
I'm not gonna base
different.
Not gonna base the movie.
That's all we have. That's all we have right now. That's what we're talking about.
On the trailer,
that's what we're talking about.
From my take on it,
the trailer looks drastically different from the Wonder Woman movie we saw 3 years ago, whatever.
All I gotta say is that from my take on it, like I said, I didn't see anything drastically different. Okay. When I seen it, I was like, oh, this is Wonder Woman. Okay, it's gonna be just as good. And then I mean, they showed some cool things where I'm like, oh, nice. Like I said,
I just feel like the original one had way more serious tone to it than this. Way more character development, way more serious tone, less of the funny. I'm not saying it didn't have any funny, but it wasn't heavy on funny.
Maybe because the movie kind of showed the so-called lighthearted moments more in the trailer. Maybe that's why I will give you the impression that it probably isn't serious.
But what I'm saying is that's all we have to go off of.
Yeah, here's my thing about it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like I said,
that based off of comparing that to the original movie, that's all we have to go off of right now. They seem like totally different movies.
So here's my thing about it: like, it's gonna probably be like a 2-hour movie, so we probably only
2.5.
Yeah, so we're gonna have 2.5.
That was announced today.
Oh, so it was actually announced.
Yep.
Okay, so we have like a 2.5 hour movie, and I mean we've only seen what was it? How long is the trailer?
All I'm saying is you talking about hypotheticals.
Yeah.
Like, you talking about hypotheticals. I'm telling you how it is. You talking about how it might be.
So are you.
No. We saw trailers. We saw trailers.
But that's not totally different on the movie because the movie hasn't been released.
Yeah.
The feel from the trailers that they put out is totally different from the feel that the original movie was.
Because here's my thing about what if in the trailer. Here's the thing about it. What if in the trailer that was all the funny moments right there, and then the rest of it is serious? Therefore, they didn't change anything.
I'm telling you how it is. You telling you how it might be.
No, you're saying what it might be. You're saying it might not be serious.
I'm telling you these trailers were not serious.
You don't know how much funny is in one movie, though.
There was nothing serious in these trailers.
Show me proof that this movie is going to be like that.
We are talking about the trailers.
Help, I need an adult.
We are talking about the trailers versus the original movie. You're talking about what the current movie might be versus what the original movie is.
You're saying it might be too funny.
I'm telling you the trailers were funny compared to the original movie, which was not funny.
The best parts of the movie from the first one that was talked about was the lightheartedness and the humor that was brought in by Chris Pine. So now we're seeing just a little bit more of that in the trailer.
Was that 50% of the movie?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just asking.
It might have been 50% of the first trailer. I can't remember the first trailer.
No, I'm asking you about the movie. See, y'all keep trying to talk about different stuff. I'm talking about these trailers versus the movie.
Okay, but that's an unfair comparison. You should be comparing them to the trailers from the first movie.
But that's not the conversation I'm having.
I know, but that should be the conversation you're having.
Why should we talk about trailers?
Because you're talking apples to oranges.
No, but why are we talking about trailers that came out 3 years ago when we know what the finished product was?
Right.
We don't know what this finished product was. All we have is the teasers, the teasers and the reveal that they did. So that's all we have to go off of.
So they do one trailer out of the 3 that have been released so far.
Funny.
And one trailer's got the humor.
Funny. It's the funny. All fanny packs. Oh, I got my. Everybody's wearing harem pants. Everybody's flying. Everybody's parachute pants. Man, get out of here, man.
Funny. I have seen some Gundam style.
Hey,
he does fly.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I have a problem with the funny. I hope it ends up being a good movie. I'm saying you had a good movie, a decent movie. Don't get the.
So what you're really saying is you hope that it's not a bad movie.
Well, I hope that for all of these movies.
Name a comedy you like.
A comedy? I don't do comedies, but super bad.
There we go.
Super bad.
Watch that movie through the prism of the eyes that we've now been given in our society. Suddenly, that movie's a lot more offensive.
Nah.
Not Blazing Saddles offensive.
Blazing Saddles.
Still one of my favorite movies, man.
Yes. What's that got to do with Wonder Woman?
Because you don't like comedies to begin with, and if this thing's spinning off of a comedic feel for you, you're already turned off by it.
No, I was fine with Thor Ragnarok. I knew that was going to be funny, and I was fine with that. I'm saying you had a movie that was decent.
What's to stop this from being decent?
The funny that they're trying to change. They're changing the whole tone of the
You
movie.
don't know it.
This may
Why
just be the funny.
They changed the tone of the trailer.
Let's stop. The tone. They changed the tone of the trailer. Why would they do that? Why would they need to do that if you already had a very popular movie? Y'all saying she the face of DC. Why would you need to totally change the trailer that she's in to make it drastically different from the movie that was released before? Why would you do that? Why would you need to do that?
What's the thing that
it's not necessary?
What's the thing that most people complain about from sequels? If it's just an average sequel, what is it? You didn't do anything different. You kept it the same.
That is true.
I hate it.
No, I never. Man, come on.
It is.
No, it's just that it wasn't good.
People do
if your sequel wasn't
good,
if your sequel wasn't better than the original, well, why'd you keep it the same? Why didn't you guys go in some different direction? I'm not saying that this movie's going to do that. I'm not saying that at all. But marketing, right? Hey, what do you think's going to sell, man? You know what sold that last? You know what sold that last movie? That chemistry between Chris Pine and Gal Gadot.
Yeah, and
let's throw that on the trailer.
Yeah.
Hell yeah! But that may not be any part of that movie.
I'm just saying, why is it necessary?
You said now, which trailer is this? How many they have in total?
I think this is the third.
So this is the third one. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I don't blame them for pushing it out like that. You know, just focusing on those aspects.
You wouldn't blame them. So everybody keeps talking about me about being the DC hater. Y'all the DC fanboys, so you wouldn't blame them.
That's not true.
You wouldn't.
I wasn't a fan.
What kind of hat you got on?
No, I'm saying about the trailers that I wouldn't hate trailers. There are plenty of
hat
trailers that I haven't.
Yeah, I have DC on. Yeah.
Look at the Dark Knight Rises trailers. Some of that stuff I wasn't like, it's okay. But their last trailer that they showed, I was like, okay, sure. You know, and I absolutely hate trailers that will show the entire movie.
Oh, absolutely.
I will. Terminator Genesis. You had a great plot twist.
Genesis.
And what did you do with your plot twist? You put it on the second damn trailer.
Oh my god!
And so trust me, man. There are times where I'm not gonna like the trailers.
Yeah, but that's a different story. The Terminator movies have been down for a long time. Like, it's not like it was coming off of some really great movie and now Terminator is the face of the company.
But imagine that not being shown and not going to the movie going, oh man, Connor's evil. You know.
Yeah.
Like,
you had to jump the shark. You got to get that ROI. You know about ROI. You had it's like, oh, this ain't going well. Shark. Somebody get the shark with freaking lasers on their head. Okay. With that being said,
lasers.
Freaking lasers.
This all you, man. This all you.
I can't wait.
I know you can't wait.
I cannot wait, man. I thought that trailer, especially with the song choice, was a great big middle finger to that came before. I think he was telling everyone the last movie was not mine. And quite frankly, with only less than 30% being used of footage that we didn't know about, and you've got a 4-hour movie, but it's a different movie that they're putting out.
Exactly.
Is it?
No,
are we sure of that? Because because you got that much,
it's going to have that character development that you want so much.
Exactly.
Well, but my thing, how do you know that? Here's the deal.
They've talked about it.
Yeah, but they talk about a lot of stuff just to sell you on this. My thing is, you got that much more footage, but how much of it is just retakes? How much is how much of that? What percentage of that is the same scene just shot a different time? I mean, you can get a different feel from it.
You can make an argument for that. But you can make an argument for it because there were some same shots.
But I'm just hoping that people are not expecting like a totally different movie. I think it might just be a slightly different version of the movie you already saw.
I don't think so. You're talking about adding 3.5 hours
of reshoots
of different footage, not reshoots, of brand new footage. How would you know?
How do you know?
Because they've come out and said it.
They actually have talked about it.
3.5 hours. If you're giving me 3.5 hours
this
of
is what
reshoots.
I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Trump just put out that. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Josh, dog.
He just said 95% of the people who died didn't die from COVID.
Here's something about it. When I was watching through the Zack Snyder,
there was some truth on that.
No, there wasn't. It's not even a little bit of truth to that.
When I was watching the Zack Snyder films and everything, like one by one, you can get a good feel of his style and what he's doing. Now, when the Justice League movie came out, I've already told my friends, when I got done seeing it, I was like, okay, it's all right. But I said, even though I knew the stuff that was happening, with Zack Snyder, with the tragedy that happened, when I watched the movie, when I came at the end, I said, this isn't his movie. Like, I just had to, instinctively, I knew something is off about this. And I said, everything because if you look at the other movies, he's setting it up for like the end game, like for something bigger. This movie had nothing to do with it, and I kept saying to myself, like, something's completely off. Like, I mean, already a bunch of clips from the trailer wasn't even in the movie. You know, they had like, but when we watched this the trailer to the Zack Snyder, we got to see the scene with Barry and Iris. We got to see the whole thing with Victor and
his dad.
Yeah, and his dad. Which, I mean, my thing is
that already makes it a completely different movie. It's just
absolutely.
But let's make sure we do this. One, you've already admitted that some of this new footage might just be reshoots of similar scenes, right? So we've already admitted that.
In the scenes that we've already seen.
Two, just because you have a new scene, right, or a totally different scene, it's brand new footage that you've never seen before, does not mean that it's going to be good.
You're absolutely correct.
I'm just saying.
But at the same time, when you ask me if it's going to be the same movie, they answer that question in the first 10 seconds by showing that your villain is Darkseid, not Steppenwolf.
I'm saying what I would like people to do is bring it down a notch, so you are not disappointed. That's all I'm asking. You going with too big of expectations?
You know, having seen the first one, I don't think I'm really going to be disappointed.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not disappointed with the first one, other than the fact that it did feel completely different when you saw the directors.
So is that what we do with movies, though? Is that if there's a sequel, we only compare it to the original, or are we comparing it to other movies that are coming out at the same time?
If it's a like movie,
right? Comic book movie.
No.
I'm just saying this is going to be a comic book movie, and it's coming out. There's going to be other comic book movies out. Are we going to say, "Oh, this was good" just because it was better than the original trash? Or are we going to say it's good because it was actually better than the X-Men reboot or whatever? Whatever new Marvel movie comes out or something like that.
I think this one has to be compared to the original, right? And we may get 4 hours, and by the end of this thing, I'm going to be like, holy shit, Whedon was right.
Turn this off.
We didn't absolutely try to save a piece of crap turd, from us seeing this. Or I could be like, why did they, who was asleep at the wheel when they made that decision to pull Whedon in?
Well, what's up with the 4 hours though? For real.
With the 4 hours, the movie plan was always going to be a 3 hour movie.
Well,
they had always said that.
Do we think?
Oh, because wasn't it supposed to be 2 movies at first?
I was just about to say.
It was supposed to be 2 movies.
Can we just? I think that would be even better for HBO Max. Just put.
They are going to do it in episodes, aren't they?
They're doing it in four episodes.
Okay,
4. Yeah.
So it's going to be 4 episodes.
That might be better.
And they will turn around and so afterwards they will release this 2 different ways: smart marketing, smart money making. Okay. They'll release it episodic, and then they're going to release it as a movie.
I think that's a great idea.
So with that being said, I'm going to disagree with what you said, because in that case, I don't feel like there's any way you should compare this to the original movie.
Why?
Because it's being released in a totally different format.
Yeah, because
it's totally you're talking about apples and oranges. I mean, come on.
You're right, but you're talking about the exact same movie being told from the way that the director originally wanted to do it. See, a lot of the stuff that was cut because Warner Bros. Was like, nope, we're not going to do that. We need to put out something short, small, and just go. Right? Not about the size, it's about the motion in the ocean. That's what they were thinking. We've been on that talk all day. I'm going to keep
I wish Keenan can hear when I press that button.
The hell are we talking about?
The motion in the ocean. Okay, I just feel like with that being said, I just feel like that's two totally different kind of.
It could have been, and the original idea was for two different movies, or part 1, part 2. But the other thing to remember on that, though, is he still didn't. What he's filmed, what they're allowing him to go back and do, isn't to expand it necessarily to cover both movies, because his idea was always going to be 2 movies, 2.5 hours each. Now, I think he's going to have a chance to do it and a chance to wrap this up and complete it instead of, worrying about, did we get Justice League Part 2 or whatever. He's just going to be like, you know what, since I have the chance to do it on HBO Max, since we are going to make this episodic, let me finish my story that I originally had to go into a Justice League 1 and 2.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say, if you're gonna do it this way, you might as well go all the way. You might as well make 8 30-minute shows. If you're gonna do it this way, you might as well max it out.
I see what you did there.
Hey, you might as well.
You know what? Tell me why.
Oh, this video is never gonna be played on YouTube.
Oh my god.
They're gonna snatch this down so quick. But I mean, I feel like just do it all the way. And then draw people out, and that'll get that's gonna get people to buy a whole nother month because you only get 1 month free.
I mean, I gotta be honest, right? I kind of want to see it this way. I'd rather him add 2 extra hours. I'd rather it be a 6-hour miniseries.
Okay, do it that way. And complete out your vision. Again, this hadn't even come out yet, but we're already talking about how DC could do it better. Anyway,
real quick, what I want to mention though, just on the top of this, like I wonder if you ever noticed.
That's what she said.
Oh gosh. Okay. Okay.
I can't sit next to you, Mike.
Anyway, if you ever notice, I think they were saying that for Star Wars, they were saying that they had a George Lucas cut or so, right? So I'm starting to see that, like, with the way how Zack Snyder's doing his deal, I feel like, especially if it's very successful and they do it with the episodic and then they bring it out as a full movie, I feel like a lot these companies are actually going to start putting stuff on, like this on their platforms. I think it could be a really big thing.
So one of the things I had mentioned on Vagabond was...
Shout out.
I love this, and I hate it. Because I do not want to see studios doing this all the time. I don't think it's right. Like, your original vision that you put out was your vision. I've seen movies where it's like, no, I wanted it this way. No, I wanted it this way.
And then they put out a whole different
version. Highlander 2...
there can only be one. So how's there 2?
Blade Runner. There's actually 6.
Yeah. Oh, God. Plus the TV show. Well, but here's my deal. Because if they do start doing that, you're gonna start budgeting for that, and I think that's gonna take away. That's gonna hurt the overall movie. Whatever cut came out, you're gonna have to budget for that because it's like, hey, not only do we have to get 8 hours worth of footage and cut it down to 2, now we got to get 10 so we can make 2 2-hour movies. And that's a whole different budget. That's a whole different. That money got to come from somewhere. I don't think they're gonna start pumping in $100 million more just to do this. They might.
In all honesty, I don't think they'll do that. I think what we'll see is a shift. I think we'll see a shift, especially because of COVID. Of going less into the theater and more into these episodic streaming deals with everything. So instead of seeing Obi-Wan in the theater, we're catching a 6 miniseries episode, whatever.
They did say they were going to do it like that, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
But again, this is still stuff that's being produced now, right? Or stuff that had already started being produced. We haven't really gotten into a whole lot of the post-COVID era stuff yet. So we don't really know how they're going to do it. But I would assume, because just how business is, they're going to go not the cheapest route possible, but they're going to go cheaper so they can maximize that ROI.
I think
I'm trying to get that ROI.
What was that like? I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Oh Lord, oh.
What's he getting at? Huh?
Return on investment.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So the cheaper the product is, and the more money you can make, the better ROI you get.
Okay,
yeah. But anytime you talk about ROI, all going to go back to the IP.
Yeah.
Period.
You're
good still, right? IP.
Eat man.
Donnie Yen.
Dog.
That's all I heard.
Okay. So that's all we had for the main topics. Anything else y'all wanted to bring up? Y'all mentioned Flash. We talked about a new Flash movie.
We're gonna have a multiverse,
and then a new season 7, I believe. Of the Flash?
No, I'm talking about the Flash movie.
I know. I'm saying we got the movie going to come
7,
out, and then the season 7 of the show.
Not till 2021
for the show.
Oh
Lord!
So everything got pushed back. I think the only thing that's currently filming for the CW right now is the last few episodes of Supernatural.
Oh, okay.
So Aquaman, which we already knew that was going to come, but they didn't really, we knew what was happening.
Isn't there supposed to be a second DC Fandome coming up like in another 2 months or so?
Seriously? I did not know that.
Oh, so it's gonna be like
what are they announcing there? Are they actually gonna show shit for Black Adam?
So there is gonna be a part 2 coming up. So that's probably what they're probably gonna go more elaborately, hopefully into Shazam or something.
What they're gonna do is they're gonna go, Hey, so we're just letting you know Wonder Woman's going to be streaming by December 1st.
Yep.
Because we need to make money.
ROI. So it's, I mean,
I would pay for it.
It would be cool if it was
$30.
Yeah.
It would be cool if it was a monthly thing, kind of like PlayStation State of Play, even though it went away because of COVID. So you start during COVID. So other monthly type of events, went away because of COVID. But so that's cool.
I'm pretty sure that everyone's looking at how Fandome was done. Fandome.
Oh yeah,
was done, and they're trying to find ways to mimic it because they did a good job.
Oh yeah, they had so many praises from like news outlets on just this whole event.
I think the thing that they didn't do well with it was promoting it, because Mike didn't even know about it.
Yeah, I'll
give you that.
That's the only thing. I saw a million commercials for it, but even with the promotion, they didn't really explain what it was. Even with the commercials that I saw, it's still just get online on the weekend.
They did have ads for comics.
So what's this? What's this? I got on my list. Is this Comics Sandman Universe? What is this? Metallica?
It is off the Black Album. No Metallica fans other than us two. What's going on?
He don't know what you're talking
about. My buddy will probably know.
Oh God!
I like rock too.
He did say he wanted to replace you with. I'm just saying.
Say, man.
So he could talk about Metallica.
My fault for not having you there. Man, I'm sorry. No, man. So the thing is, right now, is they did the first part of Sandman, the collected series, and they went and did an audio version for it with some name actors playing.
Which I'm
parts.
gonna get it.
I haven't heard it yet. I want to though. I've heard snippets of it, and I'm like, man, doggone, I'm gonna have to do this book on tape thing or graphic novel on
Absolutely,
tape.
man, you getting old.
Book on tape. Did I show my age?
Book on tape.
I'm in book on MP3.
Oh man, I'm gonna get that Betamax.
Oh my God.
Hey, that was before my time. I had to think about it for a minute.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, it was.
Okay. So I think that's it. I don't think there was some kind of other Batman thing, but I was like, I'm not interested. It was one other Batman thing. I don't know what it was.
Waze, the Waze app for car. They have a.
Oh really?
They have the they even had Samuel L. Jackson do your traffic updates and everything else, right? So
I can do that right now.
Yeah, but in I think 2 weeks, whenever Batman Day is. They're going to do a Kevin Conroy Batman version of Waze, so you can have Batman himself tell you where the hell to go.
I'm gonna get that. Absolutely.
Don't do that for your real job.
No, I'm gonna do it, man.
Don't do that, because you'll end up somewhere. You end up in Gotham.
Man. Hey, man. Yeah, I know, right? Like,
and get fired.
It's like, where are you, sir? Gotham City. Gotham City. Where's that on the map?
Well, the guy that came on their thing told me to go there.
Yeah. It's Batman. It was Batman. He told me.
I'm scared shitless. He said, "I'm vengeance," and I just said, "Okay, I'll go wherever you want to go."
I'm vengeance. I was like, okay. All right, bro.
I saw how that ends. I don't want to get beat.
So anyway, I think that's it. We did pretty good to cover so much of what we did. Last time I sat down and talked to him, it was 2 hours.
Wow.
And I still ain't put out part 2 yet. I will though, Ruben.
Hey man, glad I could help.
So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this.
All right.
Oh, you know what? I'll tell you what. Last thing, and I know that you guys already did it on another show.
Okay.
But damn.
But where's that show at though?
That's a version.
AVersion TV. Okay.
Damn, Black Panther.
Yeah,
I know, man.
Yeah.
That was very
hard.
sad.
That was hard.
Yeah.
So
So I don't know what that means. Does that mean we need? Does that mean we need to get checked early? He got checked early. He was already in stage 3. So do we need to start getting checked when we're 18? I don't know.
Right now, what doctors usually say is you don't have to get checked until you're like 40, 45.
They lowered to 45. It was 50 for the longest.
And now having heard this, I'm like, doggone it, man. Like that's we're talking. Just a couple years older than me.
Because it was 39 when he was in stage 3. So that means if he would have got checked, who knows? I don't know what his growth rate was as far as cancer, but
that's the thing.
He could have had it at 30.
He may never have noticed it.
Yeah, exactly.
He may never have realized that he had it. So but certainly a crappy deal, and
Yeah, I had like multiple people, calling me on the phone, just notifying me and letting me know, and I was like, hey, you have to be kidding me, because I mean, the film was very iconic, and he meant so much, to a lot of I'll say African Americans out there. So
Not just that. I mean, when you have kids of all colors wanting to grow up to be Black Panther,
that was beautiful.
I rewatched 42 this weekend, and just seeing the similarities of the characters he played and to what he ended up representing, it was, it was heartbreaking for sure. Never going to be as heartbreaking as it is as the family and his wife, but
yeah,
certainly, you see a lot of tributes out there and everything else, and the last thing I think anyone should be doing right now is speculating on the future of Marvel. Give the proper time.
But I think it's fair. It's fair because what he meant, he was so iconic, as he put it. He was so important, such an important figure. How do you replace that? Forget the ROI. I'm just saying in general, you don't. And so that's what's also just as tragic. What do you do here? There's a whole. My bad, Keen. I can't really hear you, but I know you said something profound. But it's how do you capture that? Where is the hope? Right. So I think that's where some of the speculation could be fair. Where is the hope for some of these, like you said, African American kids? I know other races looked up to him as well, but everywhere you look, seemingly, I'm not saying that it's fact all the time, but everywhere you look, it seemed like it's just another hardship for Black folks. Even you feel like there's some hope there, and there's something good that you can look up to, and then it's taken away from you as well.
Man, it just seems like 2020 is just kicking all of our asses right now.
Yeah. I was done, dude. When I heard that, I was like, man, screw 2020.
I know, right?
Jeez, what next?
And it's like, can we just jump forward to 2021? Like,
hey, like I said, the grass ain't always green. It could be worse.
Don't jinx this shit.
Yeah, I know,
Hey,
right?
What do you mean the grass is greener? Like Vagabond going to AVersion? Should I pause on that now?
No.
Like, should we talk about that?
That is greener. Look behind you. It's greener. Literally. You see how it's greener?
That's the Hulk.
That's the Hulk, and it's greener.
Hey, it's green on your side because of the dragon. Yeah.
There you go. It's green everywhere. So I mean, it might be worse. Yeah. It could be 4 more years. Anyway, it could be the other side. It could be orange on the other side.
So on my show, I would have both sides going at it on both sides of that conversation right now.
Wow!
I would just be sitting there saying, "Look, man, does this impede my drinking in any way? Because if it doesn't, I'm done."
So let's go ahead and wrap up. Go ahead and get your plug in. You talked about a Vagabond Nerds. That's not on AVersion, but it should be, and it can be one day.
That's right. Vagabond Nerds at gmail.com is the email.
Okay.
Vagabond Nerds Facebook, Vagabond Nerds YouTube.
Every other weekend.
Every other weekend at 11 o'clock. And
live shows.
Unless we're just calling in. Which happens from time to time. We took off the entire month of July like that.
Yeah.
But we let everyone know. So,
okay.
That was kind of the good thing. But, every other weekend, 11 live. We do take live questions and feedback and all kinds of stuff. I think we're actually going to try to do maybe a sports show coming up here pretty soon.
Sports.
I know. We're gonna Vagabond, man. We go everywhere.
Hey, you better hurry up before they shut all this down.
Oh God.
So
we're gonna talk about Maverick. Oh, that's right.
Oh God.
Was that too soon?
Don't remind me.
Was that too soon?
Oh, you mean how they got beat by the Zebras? I mean, the Clippers,
dude. Worst refereeing.
That was bad.
I could do a whole nother show on that.
So go ahead and get your plugs in. No, I'm just this family here. So I don't. You're not in the family yet. Almost. You getting there.
Oh man. Oh God.
So
get his plugs in. Are we still on the other subject?
Hentai.
Oh gosh. Oh, I see what he did there. God.
Not if you're doing the plugs, man.
you might not see it with a mirror. Okay. All right, man. Let's wrap this. Yo. Follow us at ANX Gamecast. All social media outlets and wherever you get your favorite podcast. Speaking of your favorite podcast, this has been a special edition of the ANX Weekly Update DC Fandome Review. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to like the video. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bells so you can get all of the updates. We will see y'all next time. Can we end this DC show with a Wakanda Forever?
Wow, you know what I am, man. Do the Wakanda Forever.
Yeah.
Don't you be afraid.